Hey guys, what's up? Chris once again. Welcome back to another sit and chill story time with me. And it's basically going to be about me and I guess parts of my life that I want to talk about on camera. Now, I'm not going to talk about suicide or sexual assault, stuff like that. Just a few things I want to get off of my chest. I mean, there's still gonna be some stuff involved that some people might not want to hear, so trigger warning right off the bat. So where do I start? Where do I fucking start? When I was a kid, my mom and my grandma and me and my brothers lived together until mom met Leo, which is the person living in this house to this day. He's actually out there sitting on the couch asleep. When I was a kid, it wasn't too bad of a guy to me, but as years went by, I became very scared of him. He would yell constantly at everybody, including me. He would scream at me so much that I would have a mental breakdown and almost pass out. Whenever I spit out, would spit on the floor, which was a Tourette's thing at the time. He screamed at me and almost hit me in the face. My brother Austin, he's him and Patrick. He's their dad. He's my stepdad. I do not call that monster. I would not call him my stepdad because, I mean, if you're watching this, hi, hello, asshole, you're a fucking monster. But I mean, sometimes he would talk to me. Sometimes we talk sometimes, but I would never call him my stepdad. Never. He's not a true family member. I just live with him because he pays rent. So if I didn't have him, I wouldn't have this house. But when I was in school, I felt more safe. As you guys know from my video on my Megan doll, I have social anxiety, I have depression, I have autism, Tourette's, mental health, all that. Back then, I was nervous going into school, meeting new friends, meeting new people. But most of the people I met at school were very nice, very humbling people. They were very down to earth, very nice people. I made tons of friends. I mean, there was a girl I liked. I would date. I had lots of girlfriends throughout my years in school. I graduated in... When did I graduate? 2016, 2017, one of those years. I can't remember on the top of my head, but after I graduated, I was living with mom, and I spent every weekend or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and Monday with my grandma all the way in Muncie. I would spend the night at her house, lay on the mattress with a blanket, and my grandma watch movies, watch a TV show. I was really into the monsters and Addams Family. We watched those every day. I even show a couple of horror movies that I like watching, and she didn't really care if it was bloody or gross or creepy. She just liked spending time with me. Well, in 2018, Grandma was getting really sick, and she got tea caught in her lungs, and I wasn't there when this happened, but when Mom got the call, we went to Muncie the next morning, and Grandma was in her bed. She was loopy. She didn't know what the hell was going on. And she was about to pass away, and we spent a couple nights there, and the doctors and the hospice were there taking care of her. My mom put me and my little brother in another room, and so I went here to see what's going on because we were screaming. They wanted to see her screaming, so we went to the other room, and we would sit down, watch TV, play a board game with my Uncle Greg, and while she would be taken care of. The next day we spent that night there. We went home. Well, I went home. My mom stayed there, but Uncle Greg took me back home. Went to sleep. Woke up the next morning. My mom called me off my phone. Told me to go into the living room because Leo, my stepdad, had something to tell me. And he said, your grandma is no longer with us. And my body fucking froze. And I went back in my room, and I didn't know what to think. I didn't even cry. I was just sitting there like, and I started tearing up. Then we went to her funeral. My brother Jeremy was there, and he was the one who hugged me the most out of everybody in that funeral home. And there was Grandma laying there in the casket. Like, it was like the first time I ever saw a dead body, and it messed me up, but also it made me sad. And Jeremy would be there to comfort me, and we'll get to that here in a bit, but he would hold me and while I'm crying, and yeah. After a few hours, we left, got some McDonald's, and went back home, and I went to bed. And I didn't want to be messed with. I wanted to stay in bed for weeks. So that was that story. Then I had no choice but to live with my mom, which is where I am right now, as we speak. And things were going well. I was going to the store with my mom. We were watching horror movies every day. Calling my brother Jeremy every other weekend, or every other weekend whenever he was free, and we would visit him at a group home for mentally ill kids, and we would go into this little room, bring McDonald's with him. We would eat together, talk, watch videos on our phones, and all that stuff. But then he got let out, and he was a free man. He actually, a couple, like in 2019, he came to stay a couple nights, and he tried to come in my room and watch horror movies with me, watch some other movies with me, get on my bed, we hang out together, and but my Uncle Danny absolutely hated him. He hated Jeremy. So did my stepdad Leo. They wanted to. Danny literally tried to choke him because he had a gun, and it was a pellet gun. It wasn't even a fucking real gun, Danny. They basically treated him like shit, and he had to leave. And that was the last time I ever saw him, because he went to Florida with his girlfriend, and she had a baby, and he and a couple months after that, I was in my room watching TV, and my mom told me to come in here in the living room, and we were in there. Austin was there. Everybody was there. And Mom was on the phone with my Aunt Julie, and I heard Julie on the phone say, "Do you know what's going on, Christopher?" I'm like, "No, what happened?" And Mom didn't know what to tell me, so Leo bursted out saying, "He's dead." And then Austin lost his shit. He threw his cup of water at the TV. Patrick broke down crying. I absolutely lost it. I feel like I wanted to die myself. I wanted to be with my brother. I did not believe it was true until we went to his funeral, and it was a close casket, thank God, but whole family was there, including my sister. She was pregnant at the time. She didn't have the baby then, but me and my brother, Austin, he almost passed out at that funeral. I was bawling my eyes out. And it was just a really sad time. I didn't want to believe that he was in that casket. I wanted to believe that there was nothing in there. But it was true. There's pictures of him on the casket. Really nice pictures of him. I actually have a picture of him up right here, which that's him. This back that was. After that funeral, I mean, it was an extremely difficult time for me and my brothers. What did he die from? I could not tell you guys. That I could not tell you. I probably don't want to know anyways. A months after that, it still hurts to this day. I don't know how to tell you guys without feeling any worse than I have done. But I've been getting better. I've been staying strong. And I've been just overly loved by everybody, by my mom. I mean, yes, Mom can be a bit of a cranky pants sometimes, but I still love her. I love my sister. I love the rest of my brothers, including Jeremy, even though he's not with us. I mean, we're all going to go into that amusement park in the sky, and Jeremy's got sick early, and it's really I know he can see me, but I know he can see me, but it still hurts. I still want him with me, but I'm doing better. Our cat, Missy, she's doing not the great, but she's doing better. We have to put our dog Star down here and like here soon. But the thing that helps me cope, if you guys haven't seen my other two videos, I made 2 videos on this. But I got this. It's from the scary movie Megan. It is my coping mechanism. She is my security blanket. She's my number one thing I grab every time I leave the house, even before I grab my phone. But if you want to know more about Megan and my emotional connection with her, watch my other 2 videos on her. But yeah, and that's basically the gist of my whole story, you guys. It's been some ups and downs and over and all that kind of stuff, but I hope you guys understand. I want to thank you all so much for listening. I love you guys so much. My subscribers, yes, my haters, and the people I'm friends with, the people who don't know me on here. If you're just watching the channel and commenting, subscribing, so you can say, "Hey man, are you okay? I'll be there if you need me." Okay. 16 minutes. Wow, this is going on for a while. But one more thing before I go is the thing I hate is when people touch me. People had to ask me for a hug before they do it, because I just don't like being touched. I don't like being hugged. I don't like being grabbed by the arm. I don't like being poked around, being people pushing my buttons. I don't like that. It's just how I am, and people take advantage of that and actually joke about it and thinks it's funny, but I'm being serious about that. Don't touch me or else I'm going to punch you in the face. It's just how I am, and I hate that side of me, but it's a true side of me, and I don't like people coming in my room pinching myself, especially Megan. But it's just how I am. I have Tourette's, I have autism, I have all that kind of stuff. But yeah. So thank y'all for listening. Take care, and one more video is going to be uploaded, and after that I might stop. So yeah, until next video, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all. Love you.